They say time heals everything. But what if time doesn't heal? What if it only hides things long enough for them to rot? My name is Claire. I'm 42 years old. And this is the story of how I discovered that my entire marriage, the life I built, was built on a lie. A lie that began 2 decades ago, and only recently came crumbling down in the most unexpected way. I met Eric in college. He wasn't the loudest guy in the room, but he had this quiet confidence, the kind that draws you in without even trying. He was charming, thoughtful, the kind of guy who'd stay up all night helping you study, even if he had an exam the next morning. We started dating sophomore year, and honestly, he felt like home. We graduated, got our first apartment together, found decent jobs, and eventually we got married. It wasn't flashy, just us, a few close friends, and vows we wrote ourselves, vows that meant the world to me. At the time, life was busy but beautiful. We had 2 kids, bought a modest house. We had our ups and downs like any couple, but I never, not once, thought betrayal was even a possibility. Eric wasn't the type. At least, not the type I thought I knew, but there's something about secrets. They don't stay buried forever. They wait, quietly, patiently, until the right moment, or the wrong one. And then, they explode. It was a regular Tuesday. I was cleaning out the attic. We were prepping for a garage sale. That's when I found it. An old box labeled miscellaneous college stuff. I opened it thinking I'd find yearbooks, maybe old notes. But what I found was a stack of letters, tied together with a red ribbon. Letters that weren't written to me. They were addressed to someone named Julia. At first I thought, maybe it was an old friend, a cousin? But the tone, the content, they weren't friendly, they were intimate. Julia, I can't stop thinking about last weekend. The way you looked at me, the way we fit so perfectly. I know I'm with Claire, but I can't help it. You make me feel alive. My hands were shaking. I read all of them, every single one. They spanned 2 years, 2 whole years, overlapping with our engagement and the first year of our marriage. Eric had an affair. And not just a fling, this was emotional, deep. He told this woman things he never told me. That night, I sat across from Eric at the dinner table. Our kids were out. Thank God. I placed the stack of letters between us. He didn't say a word, didn't even try to deny it. His exact words? I thought those were long gone. That sentence, that one sentence, it shattered everything. Not, I'm sorry, not, it was a mistake, not even an ounce of panic. Just resignation, as if he'd been waiting for this day to come. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't scream. I just sat there, frozen, replaying every moment in my head. Our wedding, our honeymoon, the night we conceived our first child, all of it, suddenly felt contaminated. Eric tried to explain, said it meant nothing, said he was confused back then, that he chose me in the end. But that's the thing about betrayal. It's not about who you chose. It's about what you destroyed in the process. I confided in my best friend, Maya, and to my shock, she said something I didn't expect. Claire, I knew. I didn't want to tell you. I thought he had changed. That cut even deeper. Someone I trusted, someone who stood beside me at my wedding, had chosen silence. And suddenly, I realized something horrifying. This wasn't just about Eric. This was about everyone who knew and said nothing. I had a choice: to bury it all again, for the sake of stability, for the kids, for appearances, or to walk away from the ashes of a life I thought was whole. I chose myself. For the first time in a long time, I chose me. The divorce wasn't easy. The kids had questions. There were tears, anger, sleepless nights. But there was also something else. Freedom. It's been 2 years since that day. Do I still think about it? Yes. Does it still hurt? Absolutely. But you know what? I'd rather live with the pain of the truth than the comfort of a lie. If you're watching this and you've ever felt like something doesn't add up, trust your gut. Secrets may hide, but they always leave breadcrumbs, and eventually, you'll find them.